Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to the worst writer in the world.
Hooray, with me, Howard Long.
It is with you, Howard Long.
Best writer in the world, and Rufus Penzance the worst writer, I presume.
Someone's got to be. Who else could it be talking about?
Definitely not me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're reading all my brilliant stuff, so I must be great. Yeah.
Exactly. This show is brought to you by our subscribers on Patreon, although they didn't make it, we did.
Right, okay.
But we do love them.
They brought it here. They put it in a bag and dragged it to your ears.
Actually, if you join our secret gang, what we do is we make you carry our podcast to the people who don't even pay.
Yes, we do.
It's awful. Don't join. It's really bad. But I'll tell you, one person who has to go the furthest, because she lives in Australia, is who wrote this week's plot so far, Krista Brennan.
Hooray!
Distracted by milkshakes, the Cybermen accidentally overload their shiny new gold Cyberlord with Granithor power and get exploded to death. Despite having somehow recorded this event, the Time Lords on Gallifrey do nothing to stop Goldie Pants from travelling to Earth to do drilling. They instead call a meeting with Agents Sarah and John, and Doctor Who and Doctor Two. On arrival, Doctor Who karate chops some guards into unemployment. Everyone says hello. They all have a meal and chat casually about these urgent events. The doctors and the agents are tasked with going to Earth to stop the whatever is happening. Arriving by separate TARDISes on Earth, the agents and doctors meet at a cafe rendezvous, while the Master, who has disguised himself very effectively as the Master behind a bit of paper, listens in. Meanwhile, Cyberlord and his very panicky little Dalek pal have realised the Master is on Earth and probably looking to hook up for a bit of light betrayal. They change their power from well-hidden power to, "Ooh, will you just look at that power?" in the hopes of luring him out. At the cafe, Sarah alerts the gang to the new power signature and they all leave, trailed by the Master. War happens. The Doctor and agents use cupping and jumping to get over it. And it is true, jumping. If we didn't draw attention to how much jumping. Yet again, Howard Long writes about jumping because he loves jumping.
I don't think that they
jumped over a wall.
Sure, but they have a cupping. Cupping's when you try and bring out the bad juju out of someone, isn't it? By sticking a hot mug on their back.
Don't you remember that? How does that happen? First they lay down on the ground and Doctor Two got his hot cups out and then they jumped over a wall. That's what gave them jumping power, jumping superpower, because before that they were all stuck to the ground because Earth has Time Lord gravity.
Yes.
So the Doctor and agents use cupping and jumping to get over it and are instantly arrested for loitering. That's true. Doctor Two, being less good at jumping, finds himself in a tussle with the Venom Slingers, the world's most deadly gang of, oh, will you look at that, they're all dead now. Doctor Two springs everyone from jail and they all continue on to Cyberlord's hideout. The doctors and agents are immediately captured, but the Master uses his sliding through walls power to sneak into the control room. The Master reveals he has absolutely no bargaining chips, and the Cyberlord explains his not at all shit plan to tie all the TARDISes together to make well good TARDIS power. I shall connect all 4 TARDISes together in a way that I shall create a Master TARDIS. For with my superior knowledge of cybernetics, it cannot fail.
What was his knowledge of cybernetics got to do with?
Yeah, I mean, TARDISes. Who knows?
He can't time travel himself. He needs to steal someone else's time machine.
But he knows how to link them together.
He's going to glue them together, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's much better now.
Using my superior knowledge of glue. I never thought of that. Silence, or I shall silence you myself. I intend to drill through the crust of the earth, and to take the balleranium, and I shall take over the universe.
with my balleranium. Because possession of balleranium means you can have the universe. It's that good. It's just like, own it. You can say, rub the balleranium. Oh, Mr. Balleranium, can I have the universe now? And the balleranium says, yes, you can have the universe. Well done, Mr. Cyberlord, Gold Cyberlord. You are now the king. And then I'll be able to tell you what to do, and everyone will be able to do it. And no one will make fun of me and laugh at my gold skin anymore. Okay, I will help you. Alright, so that's his plan. He's going to dig out some balleranium and use it to take over the universe. Yeah. And where do you expect to find the equipment to build such a drill? Surely not on a primitive little planet like this. I brought most of the equipment with me. Seems obvious now you say it. In fact, the drill is near completion. I've nearly finished my drill. And where is it? We are standing in it. We are standing in it.
Oh, wow.
I should have noticed that I was standing in a drill. Now you mention it, it is obvious.
Yeah, I keep spinning around. And there's a drilling sound. And I'm going downwards.
Yeah. We see the 4 Time Lords in their cell. They all sit in chairs. There are 6 chairs altogether.
Fuck off, it doesn't say that.
It does. The cell door slides open, and the Master walks in, followed by the Cyberlord. The Master sits down, the Cyberlord stays standing. Is this a description of a game of musical chairs they're going to play? Because there's 6 chairs and 6 people. The Cyberlord takes 1 chair away and starts the music. They all walk around the chairs. When the music stops, they sit down hurriedly, but unfortunately, Doctor 2 doesn't get one. I am the Cyberlord, and I wish for you to give me all your 3 TARDISes. Then we will work together to make the ultimate tar. He is interrupted. Hello, Doctor. He nods to the present Doc. Doctor. He nods to the other Doc. I don't think I've met your friends. Well, this is...
Does it say well?
It does. It always says well when the Doctor speaks. It's like you knew. But only the Doctor, not Doctor 2. Well, this is Webster. But while on Earth, here he goes under the name of John. Like me and everyone else in the universe. This is Master John, and this is Dr. John, and this is Policeman John Wilkinson.
And this is Cyber John.
Hello, I'm Cyber John.
Darling Dog John.
Yeah.
It's Dermy John.
Yes.
And this is John and Sarah John. Sarah John Smith. Have we already done that?
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. And this is Lena or Sarah on Earth. She needed a completely different Earth name. And if she'd been called Webster and Lena, I mean, they're just too spacey, those names. Like, no one on Earth would... Your name is what? Webster? Get back to space with you! Oh, no, my name's John. Oh, welcome to Earth. You are another human.
Yeah.
Lena? Space woman.
Silence! You 5 Time Lords will hand over your 4 TARDISes.
Make that 5. Yeah. I might have known you'd show up. Directed to the Master.
5 is even better. You 5 will help me to make the ultimate TARDIS.
What will the ultimate TARDIS do? Because TARDISes already do everything, right? They can go everywhere and go every when. And he's going, if I have an ultimate TARDIS, I'll be able to go everywhere and every when. It'll be amazing.
Faster. and more.
Yeah.
I'll be able to travel in time more.
How? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
More is better. That's how I understand things. I'm going to glue them.
I can go everywhere 5 times instead of 4 times.
You can do that anyway. I don't think you understand the concept of what is going on here.
Yeah.
You will all hand over your TARDISes, or I will find them myself. Then you will all assist me in making the Master TARDIS.
What if we refuse to give you our help?
Any who disobey my orders will be exterminated by Dalek Dog.
How unoriginal. Exterminate.
You have 10 minutes to consider my offer. Think wisely, for should you help me, you shall be allowed to live.
The Cyberlord leaves the cell and the door glides shut. It's one of those Aranthran doors that glide open and closed. The 5 Time Lords look at each other.
Yeah, that's a good scene. They could take a minute doing that.
For
Just kinda,
10 minutes, yeah.
turning around and you go to
With
look
music.
at one Time Lord, but they're accidentally looking at a different Time Lord, so you look at someone else just as they turn back to look at you, and
Comedy music.
Yeah.
Everything's brilliant.
finally they make eye contact.
Okay then, how are we going to escape? Why can't we just send a message back to Gallifrey? Because the risk communicator has gone. Well, I vote that we attempt escape right now. Here, here. To attempt escape now will be futile. Not with this. The Doctor produces his supersonic screwdriver from his inside pocket. Well, what is it? My supersonic screwdriver. Yes. But how could a sonic screwdriver ever open that kind of door? He indicates the door. This isn't just a sonic screwdriver. This is my supersonic screwdriver. That is the rule of new Doctor Who, of Doctor New. Right, so the Doctor goes over to the cell door. He fiddles with the supersonic screwdriver and presses a button on it.
That's definitely a euphemism, isn't it?
The cell door
Don't make a Doctor who gets his cock out. No,
are you going to open the door with that? Watch. The door opens. Yes. Tom Baker Doctor who looks pleased with himself and then spunks on his trousers.
yeah, the door lets out a pleasured sound as it glids up.
Tom Baker Doctor who fucks the door open
Yeah,
with his sonic knob driver.
supersonic knob driver.
Sorry, yes. Well, then you got a regular sonic knob driver. Doctor continued. Tie him up. He points at the Master. And hurry. We see the Cyberlord at one of his computers. He types in a stream of alien figures and numbers.
Yeah.
We see a door.
Oh, interesting.
We see a door at the back of the room slide slowly and quietly open. In the doorway are the 4 Time Lords. We see them close up. They talk to each other.
Good.
I think we should rush him. Don't be stupid, John. He's twice as strong as us 4. So 8 times as strong as any of them individually, I suppose.
Yeah, he's a Cyberlord with the strength of 8 Time Lords.
Yeah. What then? Maybe go back to our TARDISes. Suddenly the computer voice booms out. TARDISes have been located.
Oh, well done, Dalek Dog. Put a cyber lock on all of them. It's like a padlock.
Yeah.
But
Cybernetic, yeah. So,
Yeah.
put a cyber lock on all the communication systems and travelling systems in the TARDISes.
Put a cyberlock
Oh, yeah.
on all of the communication systems and travelling systems in the... What the fuck is a cyberlock? That's like using the word smurf, isn't it? You're just using the word...
Like, oh, I'm going to have a cyber break and have some cyber tea and maybe a cyber cheese cyber sandwich.
Yeah, it's exactly that. That's how you know.
Yeah. So he's put a cyberlock on the communication systems and the travelling systems.
Yeah, the travelling system.
The travelling systems, the wheels.
Put a cyber clamp on the wheels of the TARDISes.
Put some cyber spooky dokies on it.
What? Spooky dokies. Okay.
Alright, I put on a nice cyber bell so they can ring it. Put a cyber basket on the front, and I'll put cyber dog in there. Not cyber dog, Darling Dog. You got my name wrong.
Exterminate.
Oh, I'm upset, cyber dog. All right, do it again. I hate you. You're not my real dad.
Cyber dog. No. Darling dog. Darling dog leaves. No.
Brilliant. That was a little demonstration of how long Howard can keep a thought in his head.
Oh dear.
We see the 4 Time Lords again. Right, so basically we've looked at the other 2 and then we go close up on the 4 Time Lords at the back of the room, standing by the door and whispering where the Cyber Lord and the Dalek Dog can't hear them.
Yeah, well, they haven't
for
got
some
ears,
reason.
have they?
Okay.
Daleks
That's
and
a
Cybermen don't have ears.
serious design flaw on both of those terrible villains. Yeah, how can we defeat the Daleks? By talking about them when they're not looking. So can they all lip read? Is that why they can be communicated with, as long as they're looking at you?
Yeah, you can hear lip movement.
Okay, so they can hear them moving their lips, or are all the people by the door?
No,
that are
if they
speaking without moving their lips?
see it, if they can see your lips moving, it vibrates inside their
Okay.
cavities.
Cyber cavities.
Yeah, the cyber cavities.
Yeah, okay.
Or Dalek dog cavities.
Yeah. All right, so we see the 4 Time Lords again. Sarah says, "So much for that then, Doctor. We'll never be able to send or go for help." True, but if this place could be shut down, I could easily... ... Such a waste of ink, the number of dots. Great, so we're stuck on the planet Earth, with no forms of communication systems. What? With no form of communication systems? Doctor 2. Eureka! He pauses, then sighs. No, that'll never work. I suppose we could borrow the Cyberlord's communicator and send for help. Borrow it. Excuse me, Cyberlord. Do you mind if we borrow your communicator?
Aren't you supposed to be in prison? How did you get out?
They could dress up as other Cybermen and just go like walk in and say,
Oh, hello. Cyberlord, my name's Cyber John.
This is Cyber Sarah.
Oh, boy,
This is Cyber Doctor Who.
And Cyber Doctor Who too.
"What have they come to borrow?"
Well, could
Just
put some sugar,
communicate.
please. Have you got any gold sugar? We don't like the regular colour sugar. Could you got any gold?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, okay, well, interestingly enough, that is the next scene.
Brilliant.
So, I suppose we could borrow the Cyberlord's communicator and send for help. That's a great idea. I'm afraid it isn't. The Doctor needs to come in and be a genius at this stage and say, hey guys, listen to me. That's a shit idea. Yeah, come on. The guy's a murderer and stuff.
Yes, if only we had some kind of watch that could communicate with the Time Lords.
Yeah. I'm afraid it isn't. Why not? 'Cause the Cyberlord doesn't need any form of communication.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't exactly got any friends, has he?
He's got Dalek dog.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so the Cyberlord doesn't need any form of communication. So he hasn't got any friends.
He's not got a radio to talk to the cyber world.
So this is like saying like, oh, maybe we could borrow Brian's phone. And Brian hasn't got a phone because of course Brian doesn't have any friends to phone on his phone, so he doesn't have one. Yeah. What if he needs a pizza or something? What if he just needs to communicate with the outside?
Cyberlord doesn't need pizza.
Yeah, but he might need to communicate with someone.
He doesn't
somewhere.
need to communicate.
He's got a
with them.
spaceship with no communication device on it.
What spaceship has he got?
Isn't he in a spaceship?
No, he's in a drill. Standard installation of phones in drills. I don't know.
No, you're right. It's not necessarily true that a big drill would have a communication device. That's what Doctor Who should say. Not about whether a Cyberman's got any friends to phone or not. Like, hey guys, we're in a drill. Why would you fit a communication device in a drill? All right, fair enough. I accept that. Oh yes, I see what you mean, Doctor. Both docs. All right, do you want to be Tom Baker Doctor? You've got to say yes, and I simultaneously say yes as Doctor 2.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Brilliant, thank you. I thought you failed all your courses you did at the Gallifrey University. Yet you seem to be a lot more clever than Sarah and I. Well, having been a traveller for so long, I tend to pick things up on my way.
Jelly babies.
Yeah.
Mostly jelly
ladies.
babies.
Ladies.
Yes. Lots of ladies.
Yes.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he picks up loads of
Mostly when
ladies.
he picks up his ladies.
And a few jelly babies, but mostly ladies.
Mostly ladies. He gets the ladies to pick up the jelly babies with their butts. Leela, squat and give me a jelly baby. What is this jelly baby of which you speak, Doctor Who? It's that thing I want you to sit on. What's your problem? It's fucking obvious. Just sit on the fucking jelly baby, okay? Yes.
You just watch me put it on the floor and point to it and say, pick up the jelly baby with your ass. Yeah. And then you're all like, what's a jelly baby, Doctor Who? I have no idea. You're either stupid or lying. Okay, so blah, blah, what is it? Oh, yeah, so, well, having been a traveller for so long, I tend to pick things up on my way. Let's not have the conversation again. I suppose we'll have to deal with the situation ourselves. How? We could try and overpower him. You said he was 2 times as strong as. Yes, well, forget what I said, for it seems to be the only way to defeat him. Right, the only way to defeat someone
The only way to defeat the
twice as
Cyberlord
strong as you is by fighting him.
all to pile on top of him and hope for the best. Yeah, that's
And remember, his left arm isn't functioning properly.
what? Remember it? How do we know that?
Or is it his right arm? Never mind, we have to attack him. Apparently his left arm's broken, or possibly one of his arms doesn't work.
Too much cyberbation. No, his arms kind of like slightly come off his hinge. Giving himself give myself a cybergasm.
I'll give myself a cybergasm.
Oh, my cyber splooge is coming out all over my hands.
It's gold coloured. You could tell it's fancy.
Is there nothing else we can do? I'm afraid not.
Yeah, nothing whatsoever. Only option is pile
on the Cyberlord.
Yes.
What we'll do is, I'll grab around the head. You, John, grab his body. This is an amazing plan. This is Doctor Who classic, right? This is one of those where you just, as you know, kids will always remember this episode, the amazing plan that Doctor Who thought up when he said, "You grab his head, and I'll grab his body, and you grab a leg each." Yeah. Oh, I remember that amazing episode. It taught me that anyone can take on a Cyberlord if there's 4 of them.
Why are they grabbing his head anyway? I mean, what's his head gonna do?
Doctor Who says I'll grab his head, so he's just like taking the easy one.
Nobody's grabbing his arms. One of his arms is a perfectly operational arm.
That's coming up. Then they are actually. No one's grabbing his legs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because John grab his body.
Yeah.
You two take an arm each.
Yeah.
We'll pull him down, face to the ground, and then just bash him with anything you can get your hands on.
That's what it says.
Yeah. So hit him with Cyber Dog.
Yeah. Cyber Dog.
I'm doing it now.
Dalek Dog.
Yeah, you've taught me to say Cyber Dog.
Sorry.
That's it. It's Cyber Dog now.
Dalek Dog.
Yeah, Dalek Dog.
But I mean, then they've got to like get him down on the floor, and then they've got to get up and get things to bash him with.
Then bash him with anything you can get your hands on. It definitely suggests that they're going to find the things after they get him on the floor. All right, so this is their amazing plan. I'll grab him around the head. John grab his body.
Yeah.
In case that does anything. Right? You two grab an arm each, and we'll just hope he doesn't remember about kicking.
Yeah, and then we'll put him on the floor.
And
we'll
pull him down on the floor and let go. And then we'll find things to hit him with. Maybe there'll be a third stool.
Yeah, good, yeah. I was thinking they'd all grab an international communication device each off the shelf. To start beating him with
the communication device shelf, yeah. Do you think it'll work? I certainly hope so. Of course it'll work. What could possibly go wrong with my amazing plan? I'll tell you what, that scene was amazing. That was a whole page, that scene of them standing by the door.
Yeah.
Right, while the Cyber Lord and Dalek Dog don't notice them at all.
Yeah.
This amazing computer that can like scan for TARDISes on the whole Earth doesn't notice someone standing at the door in the same room as it.
Yeah, the Cyberlord's probably like feeding him biscuits or something at the moment.
Yeah, clearly stroking his
really
fur.
just kind of not
He's
paying
probably
attention.
stroking his fur and the Dalek Dog going woof.
Yeah.
I expect.
That's definitely happening.
Yeah. But for a whole page, they've just basically stood there.
Yeah.
Talking about how they haven't got a communication device for about 2/3 of it.
Yeah.
And then made this amazing plan.
Yeah, and the Cyberlord, meanwhile, he's got no idea he's about to have his head grabbed.
And his body.
Yeah, and his body.
Yeah, and his gammy arm. Meanwhile, one of the 4 of them will actually do something useful and grab the arm that works.
Yeah.
But the other 3 are just grabbing bits of his body that really don't need to be grabbed.
Yeah.
You get the head, I'll get the body. You grab his penis. Right, so Howard, we're going to take a little break from TARDISes 5 now and listen to something else brilliant that we made.
Something else brilliant Doctor Who that we made.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. It's all about Doctor Who, this series. If you're a member of the Secret Gang, you will know that sometimes we do this thing called Drunk Parables.
What is that?
Well, what we did was we got anyone who wanted to be involved, we chose for them a couple of prompts and they had to write a story. And then we read it out on one of our Secret Gang podcasts.
That sounds good.
But the stipulation was that they had to get as drunk as possible first before they wrote it. Yeah. And we got quite a few people involved. It was pretty funny, right? It's an amusing thing. But
no one died, which we're happy about.
No one got alcohol poisoning. And as far as we know, it didn't actually affect anyone's lifestyle. They were already drunks.
Yeah.
Right?
And those 2 divorces, they were on the cards anyway.
Yeah, it was always going to happen. And, of course, we did it as well. Me and you, we also got drunk and wrote our own parables.
Yes.
And what we're going to listen to now is mine. because I got got 2 prompts. One of them was genre, and one of them was a line that had to be included. The line that had to be included was, "There it is on the desk, Fred."
Yeah.
And the genre was Doctor Who. Right? We drew it out of a hat. I got the genre.
The genre of Doctor Who.
Of Doctor Who.
We admit we're not that good at knowing what genre is. We don't really understand.
No, but we did our best.
Yeah.
And the day I chose to write this, a day that I just happened to be drunk, was Christmas Day.
Of course,
Last year, Christmas Day. And so I wrote it just after watching Doctor Who. Right? And watching the Doctor Who, where she regenerated into Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
And also, that was a really, really boring episode with an amazing ending. So that's how I was feeling. Like a super dull episode with a really good last minute.
Yeah.
And I was really pumped about, like, the female Doctor. I was really looking forward to it. And I wasn't thinking about the fact that I was going to have to wait 10 fucking months to see it.
Christ, yeah.
But I did see it this week, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
She was great.
So we're going to listen to the thing that I wrote whilst drunk about Doctor Who. Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, and also in the future, time travel, ooh, there lived, lives, and will live a space alien called Doctor Who.
Yay!
Now, as has already been stated, Doctor Who was an alien, and his physiognomy was never made entirely clear, except for the fact he had 2 hearts, and you could see he had 2 legs and 2 arms and 1 head, but beyond that, who knew what he kept under his clothes? He might have had grapes growing in his armpits for all you know about it, you self-important Doctor Who fanatic. It's just a TV show, you don't own it. Why don't you get over yourself and let other wazzocks enjoy it for a change? You're all wrong anyway, you might as well get along, you bunch of losers. Anyway.
Good.
Anyway, Doctor Who was an alien, did I mention that? And his name wasn't really Doctor Who, but he always said it was because he couldn't pronounce his own name. Seriously, what kind of useless space magician can't pronounce his own name? Actually, what kind of any kind of regular person can't pronounce their own name? That's not even a thing. Actually, that's not true, because I used to have a student from Thailand whose name was Ploy, but she couldn't pronounce the letter L, so she pronounced it Proy. But her name was definitely Ploy because she wrote it down and would correct other people if they repeated what she said and called her Proy. At which point she'd say, no, my name's Proy. And they'd say, that's what I said. And she'd say, no, you didn't say Proy, you said Proy. And don't worry, everyone, this isn't racist because it actually happened. And as long as none of us start doing stupid racist accents, then we should be okay. P.S. It definitely is racist because I had to say it wasn't racist, and that's a pretty conclusive sign. Fucking stupid, drunk, racist idiot me. So, Doctor Who was an alien, and he couldn't pronounce his own name. Or maybe it was a secret. Or maybe it was just boring, like Keith Who. Or maybe it was something that confused morons. Like, maybe his name was Female Me McGirl Woman. So, Doctor Who was an alien. This must be clearly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story I'm probably about to relate. And every now and again, he'd get bored with his own face and change it. And also his accent sometimes. Oh, and he had a brother called Buckroyd Dunderfar, who was really brave. So that's interesting, but not important right now. Yeah. The point is that although it's generally been easier to talk about him using male pronouns, like he, him, or his, he wasn't a man on account of being from space. And understanding him by a restrictive binary human gender is pretty small-minded and stupid considering he's from space and might reproduce in any number of ways. Probably something to do with those grapes he's got grown in his armpits. I mean, why else has he got grapes in his armpits if not to make baby Doctor Who's come out? Let's recap. Doctor Who was an alien from space, who never actually said he was a man, but would usually regenerate into bodies that looked either like regular human men or like Colin Baker. But, you know, close enough. Then one day, he regenerated into a body that looked like a regular human woman. And a load of absolute wasmelons got really upset because they thought they'd been watching a show about a regular human who sometimes hid in a normal wooden box. And they got really surprised and scared when they found out it was actually about a space alien who could travel through time and space in a magic tard box. By the way, this interpretation makes much more sense than people getting upset about a woman getting a job, which is what's really happening, fucking morons. I mean, seriously, how can you have that kind of opinion and not want to keep it really secret because you're embarrassed about what a dick you just turned out to be? How can you spout that bollocks and not look at what you wrote and think, Oh shit, I'm a cheesy dog penis of a person. I'm a grotty, sweaty hairball stuck in the arse crack of a gorilla. I'm a crusty pile of used pants on the floor of a hermit's jizz parlour. I'd better delete this comment and then never say this opinion out loud for fear of everyone finding out what a slow, backwards, rancid rat's toilet my brain is. Anyway, getting back to the point. Doctor Who was an alien from space, and since English doesn't have a pronoun for space aliens, people had to choose between he and she. So people called Doctor Who he, because, as previously mentioned, he looked like a man, or sometimes Colin Bacon. Then, one day, he regenerated into a woman, and so people started calling her she. And a load of absolute bum munchkins got upset because they only had 826 episodes of the show where a man was in charge and they were too fucking fragile to watch a show with a woman in it. What if I'm watching and my penis spontaneously falls off and goes to live in the forest with some bears? What will I do then, Steve? What will I do then? How will I perform toilet if my penis is living in a forest cave with some bears? Quick, I'd better staple my penis on so that it can't run away and live with bears because there's a female Doctor Who. I'm being logical. Stapling your penis on with hundreds of staples is a logical thing to do if you're upset about Doctor Who being played by a woman, and so everyone who is upset should now staple their penises on. Even women, because they can be conservative morons who are scared of change too. Everyone complaining about female Doctor Who should immediately staple their penises on or shut the fuck up. Quick, where's the stapler, Steve? I'd better do it now because my penis could go and live with bears at any moment. Steve looked up from his crisp sandwich and pointed towards the corner of the room. There it is on the desk, Fred, he said, and then shot himself in the face. The end. And that's the sort of thing we do in the gang all the time, right? At least twice a month we do Secret Gang podcasts.
Well, yeah, no, we don't twice a month make you get fucking paralytic.
No, but we do give you as many excuses as you want, all right? If that's none, that's fine. We won't encourage you unless you ask us to. But no, we make a lot of content, we write a lot of stuff, we record a lot of very, very entertaining stuff, which you're missing if you're not in the gang. Yeah. But if you think you might be interested in joining, go and check out what's on offer at patreon.com/manbycow.
And you might also meet some like-minded souls. We have a lot of
like-minded weirdos.
A lot of interesting people in the gang.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, if you go to patreon.com/manbycow, there's also some free stuff that you can listen to straight away, like Time Pick, for example. Wow. So, and there's not just that, there's other free stuff too. So go and check it out, and let's get back to TARDISes 5, shall we?
What's happening?
So the Cyberlord is sitting at his computer operating his drill.
In his comfy chair, his cyber
comfy chair, yeah, with his cyber tea, right? The Time Lords need to stop that drill. Because if he gets the Balleranium, that's going to be bad for the whole universe, probably. All right? And so they're standing at the door, right, about to attack him.
Brilliant.
You ready?
Good plan.
We see the 4 Time Lords slowly advance towards the Cyberlord, enacting their amazing plan that they just came up with.
They're tiptoeing, aren't they? Like...
After about 10 seconds, you really haven't got a clue about time, have you? Just like he stands there for 43 seconds looking at his watch.
What is the Cyberlord doing at this point? It doesn't say.
Stroking Dalek dog.
Petting Dalek dog.
After about 10 seconds, they lunge in for the attack, grabbing the Cyberlord around the head and both arms.
Body and both arms.
Doesn't say body.
Oh, right. Someone's selected their side down.
Someone's over at the shelf going, "Hey guys, I found some communication devices." Yeah. They begin to pull him down, and for some time it looks like they will succeed. But with a thrust of energy, the Cyberlord throws them off. They all attack again, with John, who climbs on his back. With John. Or was he not there the first time? John was the one looking at the shelf. Who climbs on his back. Eventually, he shakes them off again. Retreat! As they scarper... Good word to use in stage directions. As they scarper, Sarah is hit by the Cyberlord's weapon. So he's beamed her with his. I was thinking he just hit her with the butt of his gun or something.
Oh, right.
But no, maybe he just whapped her around the face with his penis.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll get the woman one.
Yeah.
He's just attacked the woman.
Yeah, because he's not sexist.
No, no, but you are. She falls. As quick as lightning, we see the 2 doctors run back and drag her off to safety. Hooray! Saved by some
I
men.
don't know. They could travel at that speed.
Yeah.
They had the power of the Flash.
That is a new Doctor Who power. We see the Cyberlord fire a few more shots at the door.
What was that done? What's the door ever done to him?
I hate doors.
The door's like,
Oh, why are you shooting me? I'm just a humble door. I thought we were friends. I'll let you in and out. But you never phones me, though. I should have realised.
I've never liked you, door number 3. You're my least favourite door.
Yeah, it's weird how not only all the Cybermen talk like that, but all their doors do too.
Because they're cyber doors.
Cyber doors, yes. No, he fires a few more shots at the door the 4 Time Lords escape through. We see the 4 Time Lords run down a corridor. They turn a corner and see their cell. The present Doctor unlocks the door and they enter. They've gone back to their cell. The Master looks up. His gag is hanging round his neck. What happened? We attacked the Cyberlord. We need to know what is going on, what he's up to. You only needed to ask. I could have told you what he's doing. Really? What then? He has built a gigantic drill. And? Let me free. No. Then I shall not speak.
You're going to be pleased about that.
Yeah, no, he's going to, though. He's lying. He speaks loads. He's absolutely loads. But Doctor 2 says, "We have ways of making you talk." And you've written it. "We have ways of making you talk." That's what you've written.
Yeah.
So that you've got Doctor Who doing an impression of like a comedy German
Yeah.
from like British comedy films in the 60s.
Ways of making you talk.
Only one way. Only one.
He's German now.
Yeah,
as well.
it's terrible. Only one way, and that is to free me. How do we know you are telling the truth, and whether you will reveal all after we have freed
What does
you?
it fucking matter? You're all in a cell together. What's he
Yeah.
going to do? Where's he going to go and hide in the corner? And like, you won't be able to see him anymore.
I have betrayed you.
I've tricked you. I'm
Yeah.
going to stand in this corner now. You fucking stupid Doctor Who's. I thought one Doctor Who was stupid enough, but 2 Doctor Who's
even
is like
stupider.
double stupid.
Yeah. You will have to trust me. Trust you? I trust you about as much as I know your left hand.
And I've never met your left hand.
What?
Would you like to meet my left hand? You would get good friends, I think. I think you'd get on very well.
It gets worse. What is he talking about? I trust you about as much as I know your left hand. John says, "What?" he's the only sensible one there, right? Yeah. Master says, "I think you'll find he is a very sociable chap." The Master puts his tied left hand to the Doctor's face. "What, like yourself, perhaps?" Master, he grins. "Come on, Doctor." "Okay, John, free him." What the fuck? I trust you about as much as I know your left hand. Master, I think you'll find he's a very sociable chap. Holds his left hand, his tied left hand. What's it tied to?
His right hand.
But no, he doesn't say he holds his tied hands up. It says he tied left hand.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
holds, basically, he's got a rope around his left hand and he's all like, "Can you free me, please? Can you untie the rope that you have wrapped around my left hand? Because I cannot escape while it is around my left hand." What the fuck? And then the Doctor says, "What, like yourself, perhaps? Sociable chap." And then says, "Okay, free him." What's he talking about? Are they talking about wanking? "I've got a very nice left hand. Have you met him?" "No, I've never met your left hand. I don't know what you're talking about."
Would you like to meet him? You would like him. He's
Yeah.
very thoughtable.
If you
If you let me go free. Especially when saying, if you let me go free, you get some action with my left hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Untie me and I'll beat you off with my left hand.
Oh, yes. Yes, untie him.
That is what happens, right?
Yeah.
Because he says he's a very
bribing them with
No,
hand
he is,
jobs.
It is. He says like the Doctor's like implying it at first. Doctor 2 says he says you'll have to trust me. Doctor says trust you. I trust you about as much as I know your left hand, right?
Yeah.
John's like what? He's not involved, right? And then the Master says, "I think you'll find he's a very sociable chap." He's saying yes. He's like yes, okay, if that's what you want.
Brilliant.
And the Doctor, just to confirm it, Doctor 1 says what? Like yourself, perhaps. Like yourself, perhaps. And the Master grins and says, "Come on, Doctor." And Doctor says, "Okay, John, free him.
Yeah.
It's penis party time."
Wow.
That is definitely what... Oh, my God. John unties the master rubs
Oh.
his wrists on the doctor's penis.
Hey!
All right, master. Okay then, the Saber Lord, as I said before, has built a gigantic drill, and a small part of it is in the main control room. A small part of it is the main control room, said incredulously. Small part? I did say gigantic. Anyway, he is going to drill a big hole in the earth until he can find what he is searching for.
Yeah.
And that is...
Yeah.
Balleranium. Doctor 2. We have to stop him. But what is his weakness?
Oh, yeah, because he's not scared of gold, is he? Because he
No.
is gold.
What is his weakness?
Silver!
You don't know?
He loves his Dalek dog too much.
Yeah, that could be it.
If you kidnap his Dalek dog and threaten to not give it buns, it will be very crying. Yes, you will
The
be
master
very
says,
crying.
you don't know. He begins to edge closer to the present doctor. No, but I suppose you
The
do.
present doctor, I still enjoy that. I've come to fix your present. It's got a bump. I put a plaster on it. I'm turning French now too. Oh shit, I'm turning into F Master. Hello, yes, well, that's better. Yes.
Said the master.
Yeah.
They've swapped places.
The master sounds like this.
Okay, so the master sounds like your John Pertwee
Yeah,
impression.
she's
That's
like,
what-
French John Pertwee. A nice glass of tea. And a cup of cake.
Nice glass of tea.
Yes. I would like a glass of tea and a cup of cake as well. In fact, I would like all of the cups of cakes.
Yes, that is my rule. Okay,
So F Master's edging closer to
Edmaster's
Doctor
edging
Who.
closer to the present Doctor Who,
present
and
Doctor
saying, "You don't know?
Yeah.
No, but I suppose you do." Yes, I do. Then tell us, man. He's gone into
Then tell us, man. That's
Okay.
what John Pertwee would say. John Pertwee.
Master.
That's what John Pertwee would say.
Okay. Then tell us, man. Master
Then
says.
tell us, man, is something that John Pertwee would say.
Sorry, I was not paying enough attention to the way you were saying Pertwee.
Yeah.
Well, so they're demanding that the master tell them what the gold cyberlord's weakness is, and
Right.
the master's going to surprise them by saying gold.
Ah.
The master reaches the doctor's side and quickly slips his hand in and out of the doctor's pocket.
Ooh, that's finally following through on his promise.
Yeah. Removing the supersonic screwdriver. Hang on a minute, this is not a penis.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't say that. How can it be? Oh, he hasn't even noticed. He's made of gold. That was what you were supposed to think. It was a plan of the Cybermen's to deter people from using gold against him. They painted him gold-coloured. They are geniuses. Oh no, that worked on me. I am an idiot. Oh, don't bother using gold on him. He's made of gold, dude.
Well, the thing is,
I think he's just painted gold-coloured.
Cybermen are so easy to kill, they really probably should have painted him gun-coloured as well, shouldn't they? He's gun-coloured. Guns will not work on him. Yes.
He's half gun and half gold.
His head is gold. Gold will not work. What else kills cyber people?
Explosions.
Bomb-coloured.
Well, Doctor Who kills them most of the time, isn't he? He's Doctor Who coloured.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so
Doctor Who cannot kill him.
I'm going home. So, it's only gold paint. You don't really think they could create a golden Cyberman, did you?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, why
Yeah.
are they allergic to? Why are they deathly allergic to gold?
That only became true in a story where they want to go to a planet that's made of gold.
They want to go to a planet made of gold, but presumably they want to avoid having gold. So if the planet's made of gold, the only thing you want to go there to do is get gold, right? But that's going to be really bad for them. They get a load of gold, and then afterwards they're like, "Oh, what did we do that for?" now we've just got loads of gold, and it's killing us all. Put the gold back. I can't touch the gold because I'll die. Who's going to put the gold back? Get Dalek Dog to do it.
Yeah.
That's why they got Dalek Dog in the first place. They were like, none of us can put the gold back on the gold planet that we've got for some reason. Better get a Dalek. All right, but get a little one so it doesn't exterminate us.
Dick exterminators.
I don't mind being dick exterminated. That's my favourite kind of extermination.
Yes.
I like it too.
Yes. Of all the forms of extermination, dick-extermination is the best. I have dick-exterminated all of my assistants.
All my companions,
Yes.
even Adric.
Even Adric. Mostly Adric. I've dick-exterminated him 3 times.
I'd exterminated him so hard he fell out of the TARDIS.
Yes. He stayed dick-exterminated.
Welcome to Jimmy's Cafe. Would you like a sandwich or some mind reading?
I ordered a panini, but I haven't received it yet.
Where is your panini? Is it safe? Is it alright?
Find out next week on the
Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World.
Yes, you are so good.
If you missed our wonderful, probably we haven't done it yet, live stream on Saturday the 13th of October, last Saturday.
I couldn't be there. I was washing some hair.
Washing some hair that I found on the bus.
Yeah.
Right? Some really dirty hair I found on the bus. It was attached to a man. I cut
yeah,
it off. Yeah. Anyway, if you couldn't be there, we were sorry to have missed you, but you can still probably watch it.
Wow.
Almost certainly. And you can find the links on our Facebook group, which is The Worst Writer in the World Facebook group. Go and join it. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
If you want even more endless, ridiculous amounts of audio stuff to listen to, then join our secret gang on patreon.com/manbycow.
Wow.
And if you don't do that, well, we will be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks? What are we doing next
We're
week?
having a week off to watch Doctor Who. Right?
We like that.
Yeah, exciting new Doctor Who. Yeah. So we won't be here next week, but we will be back in 2 weeks with episode 5. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye, milk.
Milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.